Today we are going to discuss the Cambridge reading passage, the development of museums. First 27 to 30 questions are to find out the paragraph headings. First is paragraph B. Its heading is option 2. Mixed views on current changes to museums. Museums में जो current changes हुए हैं, उस पर लोगों का mixed views. Let's see in the paragraph. Recently, however, attitudes towards history and the way it should be presented have altered. The key word in heritage display is now experience, the more exciting the better and, if possible, involving all the senses. Good examples of this approach in the UK are the Jorvik Centre in York, the National Museum of Photography, Film and Television in Bradford and the Imperial War Museum in London. In the US the trend emerged much earlier. Williamsburg has been a prototype for many heritage developments in other parts of the world. तो इसे कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है और कैसे डेवलप करना है, इस पर अपना अपना व्यू है. Next is paragraph C. Its heading is option 6. Fewer difference between public attraction. Public attraction में थोड़ा सा difference. Let's see in the paragraph. In a related development, the sharp distinction between museum and heritage sites on the one hand, and theme park on the other, is gradually evaporating. They already borrow ideas and concepts from one another. इन साइट्स में जो ज़्यादा डिफरेंस था वो अब खत्म हो रहा है क्योंकि ये एक दूसरे के आइडियाज़ को कॉपी कर लेते हैं. Next question is paragraph D. Its heading is option 1. Commercial pressures on people in charge. जो लोग इन साइट्स का रख रखाव करते हैं उन पर कमर्शियल प्रेशर है. Let's see in the paragraph. Theme park are undergoing other changes too as they try to present more serious social and cultural issues and move away from fantasy. This development is a response to market forces, and although museums and heritage sites have a special, rather distinct role to fulfill, they are also operating in a very competitive environment, where visitors make choices on how and where to spend their free time. जो उनको पब्लिक की चॉइस को ध्यान में रखते हुए डेवलपमेंट करनी पड़ती हैं. Next is paragraph A. Its answer is option 3. Interpreting the facts to meet visitors' expectations. Visitors की उम्मीदों को पूरा करने के लिए facts को समझाना. Let's see in the paragraph. It could be claimed that in order to make everything in heritage more real, historical accuracy must be increasingly altered. For example, Pithecanthropus erectus is depicted in an Indonesian museum with Malay facial features, because this corresponds to public perception. Time to time इन sites को alter किया जाता है, लोगों की डिमांड के अनुसार. Next 31 to 36 questions are to choose the correct option from multiple options. First question is, compared with today's museums, those of the past, its answer is option B. Were not primarily intended for the public. आज के म्यूजियम्स के कंपैरिजन पिछले म्यूजियम्स को मेनली पब्लिक के लिए नहीं बनाया गया था. Let's see in the paragraph. Museums used to look, and some still do, much like storage rooms of objects packed together in showcases, good for scholars who wanted to study the subtle differences in design, but not for the ordinary visitor. Next question is, according to the writer, current trends in the heritage industry, its answer is option A. Emphasis personal involvement. आज की तारीख में जो हेरिटेज इंडस्ट्री का ट्रेंड है उसमें पर्सनल इन्वॉल्वमेंट पे जोर दिया जाता है. Let's see in the paragraph. On so-called heritage sites, the reenactment of historical events is increasingly popular, and computers will soon provide virtual reality experiences, which will present visitors with a vivid image of the period of their choice, in which they themselves can act as if part of the historical environment. Next question is, the writer says that museums, heritage sites and theme parks, its answer is option D. Are less easy to distinguish than before. Museums, heritage sites and theme parks पहले के comparison अंतर करना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. Let's see in the paragraph. In a related development, the sharp distinction between museum and heritage sites on the one hand and theme parks on the other is gradually evaporating. Difference खत्म हो रहा है. Next question is, the writer says that in preparing exhibits for museums, experts, its answer is option D. Have to balance conflicting priorities. जब म्यूजियम्स में चीज़ों को रखा जाता है, तब एक्सपर्ट्स को conflicting priorities को बैलेंस में रखना पड़ता है. Let's see in the paragraph. However, exhibits must be both based on artifacts and facts as we know them, and attractively presented. Next question is, in paragraph A, the writer suggests that some museums exhibits, its answer is option C. Reveal more about present belief than about the past. Paragraph A में writer कहता है कि म्यूजियम्स में जो चीज़ें एग्जिबिट होती हैं, वो पास्ट के बजाय प्रेजेंट बिलीफ के बारे में ज़्यादा शो करते हैं. Let's see in the paragraph. In the Museum of Natural History in Washington, Neanderthal man is shown making a dominant gesture to his wife. Such presentations tell us more about contemporary perceptions of the world than about our ancestors. Next question is, the passage ends by noting that our view of history is biased because its answer is option B. Only very durable objects remain from the past. लास्ट में हमें पैसेज ये बताता है कि हमारा हिस्ट्री के बारे में व्यू एक तरफा है, क्योंकि हमारे पास सिर्फ जो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑब्जेक्ट्स थे वहीं बचे हैं. Let's see in the paragraph. Human bias is inevitable, but another source of bias in the representation of history has to do with the transitory nature of the materials themselves. The simple fact is that not everything from history survives the historical process. Castles, palaces and cathedrals have a longer lifespan than the dwellings of ordinary people. Next 37 to 40 questions are true, false and not given. First question is, consumers prefer theme parks which avoid serious issues. लोग ऐसे theme parks को prefer करते हैं जिनमें serious issues नहीं होते. Let's see in the paragraph. Theme parks are undergoing other changes, too, as they try to present more serious social and cultural issues and move away from fantasy. This development is a response to market forces. ज़्यादा serious issues लोगों की demand पे हैं. So its answer is false. Next question is not given. Next question is, the boundaries of Leiden have changed little since the 17th century. 17th century से लेडन की बाउंड्रीज में थोड़ा सा बदलाव आया. Let's see in the paragraph. In a town like Leiden in Holland, which in the 17th century was occupied by approximately the same number of inhabitants as today, people lived within the walled town, an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden. 5 गुना size बढ़ गया है. So its answer is false. Next question is, museums can give a false impression of how life used to be. Museums, कैसी लाइफ थी इसके बारे में झूठा impression देता है. Let's see in the paragraph. In most of the houses several families live together in circumstances beyond our imagination. हमारी सोच से परे. So its answer is true. I hope this video is beneficial to you. If yes, then please like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.